Today, you get Bindi Butt. Welcome to Ways of Old. This is going to be episode 4 of our Witcher pen and paper RPG actual play. I am your game master for today, Gilbert Ramos. This is a bit of an impromptu. Oh God, sounds. Fuck! I knew I forgot something. Hi, I'm professional. Uh, as I said, this can be a little bit of the looks of disappointment. Impromptu episode, bonus episode for today. We were so excited to see where the game ended up yesterday that we wanted to press on and continue, and we just happened to have some schedules that aligned, so why not? We do what we want here. Words. Yes, that's all I got for today for announcements. So let's go ahead and spare me, and let's go ahead and meet our cast, shall we?
Uh-huh. Things. And anyway, today I'm going to be playing the sorceress Cersei Aveline.
Hey everybody, I am at the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, with my first face reveal live here, and I am at the Azure Butter 1 on all the social medias, and I'm the Azure Butterfly on twitch.tv, and I am playing the Bear Witcher, Ingrid of Sintra.
Yeah, what's up? I'm Edge. I play here and there, and I'm a Viper Witcher. I said I'm Edge. Oh, the character. Oh, Nyoka.
Thank you. Like we're doing good. We're good today. We're gonna see where this goes. We're gonna, with that being said, with our cast having been met, and shoutouts being given, thank you so much, Edge. We're gonna jump into today's episode of Ways of Old. One of these days, I'm going to ask one of you to be our recap person because I clearly am not fit to speak out loud, but that day is not today, because I keep forgetting. So, what happened just 24 hours ago? Our heroes bedded down for the night after their battle with the Garcanes in the caves near Vizima, and were visited. Well, one of them was visited by something pleasant. An old roommate, we'll say. Elodie visited Cersei, the crow to her fox, and the two shared some disheartening news, but they didn't let that sour their reunion. Elodie, true to her word, came bearing flowers upon her reemergence in Vizima, along with another gift, a small necklace that contains some sort of marble or perhaps a larger bit of pearl with silver engraving, almost like silver wire, that depicts a fox and a crow for Cersei. The two shared the evening, resting in each other's arms, while others were visited by something far, far worse. Nightmares, in fact. Ingrid remembered a particularly bad day, we'll call it, where her own love interest, her own mentor, perished in her arms at the hands of Renwick, the leader of a vampiric cabal known as the Tribunal of Frost. Ingrid was haunted by these memories. Vividly, we saw Ingrid's which I'm sure she would call a failure at the behest of Renwick and his allies. We saw Ingrid awake in a cold sweat and unable to sleep any further. Meanwhile, in just a room down the hall, Nyoka also had a blend of a dream and a memory, where it was once more in the halls of the Viper School, studying, learning, preparing for the inevitable combat and the inevitable fight with the Wild Hunt. Nyoka began to hear screams and sounds of combat just outside in the courtyard. After emerging and discovering what was going on, the Wild Hunt had found them, the Wild Hunt had made their attack and move, and Nyoka did not hesitate to strike. The closest individual to them turned after being struck into the shoulder. The viper blade that Nyoka wields, striking past the plate of their armor, turned to face Nyoka, reach out, and call him nothing. As Nyoka awoke, Nyoka, realizing that it was already about 5 o'clock, thought this was the perfect time to begin the day. Training, learning, journeying with new companions. Nyoka and Ingrid sat down for breakfast, enjoyed their meal to a degree, and then went to find their third companion, Cersei. But they did not find Cersei, however. Not exactly. Answering the door was Elodie, in not but a long shirt, and some might call it scantily clad. They were welcomed inside as Cersei prepared. The three reconvened, discussed going down into the ruins, ruins of the elven settlement that Vizima was built upon. There was some words exchanged between Ingrid, Elodie, and Nyoka, while Cersei assessed and watched. These witchers, their medallions did not shiver at Elodie's presence. The realization that Elodie was hidden was short-lived. As for the conversations and the, let's call them fears, of the ruins and what they might contain was revealed. A third revelation that Elodie was familiar with the vampire Renwick. Ingrid stormed back into the shop and bid Elodie to answer what she knew about this creature. Elodie, not inclined to reply, used an ability known by our companions, possessed by higher vampires, an ability to manipulate the minds and emotion of others with simple words. Nyoka was ready for combat. Ingrid, however, affected by the words, was struck with fear, and, perhaps using their own knowledge and experience, bid Nyoka to hold their blade. This was not taken well. Nyoka departed the group, intent on journeying to the ruins himself. If he was not going to do what a witcher is supposed to do, he would do what a viper is supposed to do and gather knowledge instead. This is where we find our companions, our heroes, now separated, fractured. Cersei and Ingrid and Elodie in the shop known as the Fox and the Crow. Nyoka, you are readying your horse and beginning to make your way over to the ruins. Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is yours.
Ingrid, in that moment, still stunned by fear, for the most part, is struggling to find words as she watches Nyoka exit, turning wide-eyed momentarily to Cersei and Elodie, her witcher eyes shifting between the two of them, before she just says, I will go after him and talk to him. And with those stammers, she will just turn on heel, make for the door, mount pretty good, and attempt to ride after Nyoka. Unless stopped.
Elodie makes no move to stop her. Cersei.
Cersei would just watch Ingrid leave, and as soon as the door closed, turn to Elodie and deflate a little, like let those walls down again, and say, I don't know what that was. What did you... did you do something? Not that I want to talk, but...
I merely influenced her emotions. She did not understand what is at stake.
What do you intend on doing with this artifact when you find it? Whatever it is.
Nothing. Well, I did from Minwick. I will run as far as the corners of the earth will let me.
How do you know that he won't just keep looking? Keep tearing through people to get to it, to get to you?
This is why it is important that you leave.
I can't do that. But I have an idea of how to have these next steps, and she'll like kind of try to collect herself. We don't know what it is, but we can find it. I feel like working as as a team, as a unit, is way more productive than just going at it alone and running away with it.
You would be correct if your friends... Frankly, if they were more intelligent.
Believe me, I share the same sentiment. However, that what intelligence and wisdom can be gained. Let me help you, please.
Cersei, I need you to make a roll.
Which role?
This is going to be...
Oh, I should pull out my sheet.
This is going to be... Well, depending on how you want to do this. This could be persuasion. This could be based off of your charisma. This could be any number of things. Describe to me how you're trying to convince her to do something, but how? What are you playing on? What emotions are you tugging on? If any at all.
I'm speaking. Well, I'm definitely tapping into her persuasive or charismatic nature, but I'm definitely speaking to a companion who would not. Maybe he's a little too stubborn, and maybe he's not gonna let somebody that she cares about, you know, go at something this dangerous without any help. Basically, not taking no for an answer.
Then I will allow you a choice between persuasion and leadership.
Yeah, yeah, that's persuasion. Okay. I got this. It's easy. This is easy. Come on, give me a 10. Okay. Okay. 20.
Her eyes softened already when she looked to you and your companions have left. The fierceness is gone. You see them... You see her walls come down even further now. She takes your hand and says, The moment you are in danger, we will revisit this discussion.
If that's what makes you feel better. And I'll kiss her.
She kisses you in kind, which returns the affection, and after the moment you begin to pull away, she tugs you close, holding you by your waist. She's not trembling, she's just solid. It's not a squeeze, it's just holding you for a moment longer. She releases you. Says, how fast are your friends? Surely they can't be gone by now. She begins to make her way to the door.
And Cersei will kind of, as I imagine, Ellie would kind of wait at the door while Cersei kind of grabs her satchel and shoves components into it, and and paper and an ink pen. And as she's gathering all that, she says, "Well, you'd actually be surprised at one of them. Seemed to dart around at the blink of an eye, but..." And she'll look up at Elodie, the feeling you're faster.
Not in broad daylight, not when there are witnesses, but we should return to your allies and see if they are willing to work with. She gestures kind of toward herself.
And I'll walk up to her and be like, "What? Somebody as incredible as yourself? I couldn't see why not." And I'll open the door. And,
Perhaps
what?
if they had more time with you, their egos would be less large. But seeing as you've only just met them soon, so I think you'll have to get used to my majesty. She winks, and she begins to walk in the direction of where Ingrid and Nyoka have departed and absconded to. Nyoka, again, you are kind of the factor here. I think you're the fastest of these three. So it really depends on how quickly you would have readied your things and been on your way.
Well, my things is always ready. But I'm not like taking off, It's just I'm hopping on my horse and I'm trotting off in the directions of the ruins of wherever I think the ruins may be. I might stop off and get some breakfast because now I'm a little irritated and I'm hungry. So yeah.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Ingrid, he's relatively easy to catch at this point then. You may your scene.
I assume, are we, am I, because you said you were possibly getting breakfast, but Ingrid didn't leave that long after Nyoka.
Not at all.
So they would probably be riding. She would attempt to catch up and match speed with Nyoka on his horse. And the first words out of her mouth are, "I am sorry for that. A lot came over me in the moment. It is no excuse, but I should not have done that."
Um yeah, he doesn't show, or at least he attempts not to show any emotion. He is irritated, confused, um contemplating, but he doesn't respond to the apology. Uh,
Okay. If I am being honest as the player, this is out of character, Ingrid, unless Nyoka directly either tries to shake Ingrid, like as in like, get away from her, or tell her to stop following him, she will just continue on silently after the apology.
After like stopping to get something to eat and then maybe nibbling a bit and hopping back on the horse, he would be like, "What are you doing?"
Well, you wanted to go explore the ruins. As you said before, it's better to do it as a group than it is alone. I, too, have a desire to see what they hold, and also, after everything that we just went through, needed to step away from that situation before things got worse. I know not of the details, but you saw what happened.
What
I,
what happened? What did happen? You were the one who had this theory of a higher vampire. You were the one that had this goal, Renwick,
as
and
the
then faced in front of the same thing you've been seeking out, you turn on me.
I was attempting in the moment to save your life. Neither one of us, even if both of us had attacked that higher vampire, we would not be speaking right now. We would be eviscerated. We would be stains on Cersei's store's floor.
And it
No
wouldn't
matter.
be our problem anymore. You didn't save my life, Ingrid. You just delayed it. I don't since the moment I met you, you've confused me with this leniency towards monsters and creatures. You're confusing me, Ingrid. This is the
Ingrid,
one thing we had in common. This is what we were made to do. To kill, to die, to fight monsters. Whether it's now or tomorrow.
Ingrid is looking down at Pretty Good as she listens to this, taking every word. She's not going to interrupt him or anything. She's going to let him say his piece before she says, "There was once a time when I thought that way, when I thought of monsters as nothing more than just that. But years of travel, there has been rarely a moment where I have stood still, always traveling from place to place, be it the Northern Kingdoms, be it even parts of Nilfgaard, but everywhere that I look, everywhere that I travel, I find the separation between what is human and what is monster is sometimes not as cut and dry. There are humans that do monstrous things, and there are monsters that do very human things. Living life as we had been trained does not account for that, because our predecessors did not account for that. Things learn, things grow. Nothing in life I have found in my own 59 years is stagnant, is black and white. We live in a world of gray. We live in a world of possibility. I have seen witches burned at the stake that did nothing but try to help the people that ended their lives. I have seen the elven folk, I have seen the Enshade persecuted just for existing by the people that we are trying to protect as well. I find myself at times questioning what is the actual line between the good, the evil, human, monsters, beasts. Ingrid is like shaking a little bit. I have my own drawbacks. Regardless of how we were trained, what made us us, that does not, at least not always, kill the aspects of us that make us human. We err. We are not perfect. But that also means that we too can learn and grow still. We too don't have to be the sum of our past. We don't have to be the sum of where we came from. We could be more. We could make more. We could make the world an actual better place with the gifts that we have been given. I have my own drawbacks with what happened, and I try to not let it affect me as much, but I fail because I do feel, even through the mutations, I feel in my heart of hearts. I may not understand everything around me. I may not pick up everything around me so easily. I may miss a lot of key factors, but I think I can see plainly the truth that there is no clear cut between good and evil. And I hunt only those that I feel deserve it.
Since you're the expert, what does she feed on? What do higher vampires feed on? Cattle? They eat food like we do.
That is actually OOC me, out of character, just saying that is actually a question that I legitimately had posed, I think, at one point, and I am not 100% sure about that, but
I would allow a roll if you are so interested.
I have my dice and my little dice.
Education or monster lore, entirely up to you.
Probably monster lore, because I actually have stuff in that.
Copy that.
Let me... Plus... What is monster lore and intelligence? 7 plus 7, 14, plus 3, 17.
17. I would say with a 17, you know, that like all vampiric creatures, they are inclined to blood. However, given your history, for your knowledge, there's a set DC for rolling on lore for creatures of all types. With your history and your backstory, I've lowered this DC. You know that most are inclined to indulge their bloodlust. But that's exactly what it is. It's an indulgence.
Mm-hmm.
They can survive without it for incredibly long periods of time. You are unsure of how long, or if it's even actually required, or if it's just something that they enjoy doing, or if it's a necessity. But there's rumors that it's not needed.
Do I know if they can eat food, or like?
They can. They are able to pass as human in almost every single way.
Okay. Ingrid will nod her head to the side a little bit and say, "They do they do feast on blood, but that is not all that they have to feast on blood. In just about every respect, they can pass for human should they choose to. Most do tend, from my experience, to revel in the bloodlust, but that is not always the case. Regardless of my hang-ups with my issues with vampires, she kind of shakes a little bit as she says that. She's trying to reel herself in a little bit. Regardless of my feelings, I also know that not all do that. I have heard rumors, and I have an understanding, at the very least, that there are those that choose not to indulge, choose not to kill just for the sake of killing, and choose to live normal lives and try to use the gifts that they have been given for what they perceive as their greater good. And what are we if not doing the exact same thing? In a manner of speaking, we may not feast on blood, we may not have that inclining, but do the humans not view us as monsters as well?
We are. That's exactly what we are.
As soon as she hears that, Ingrid looks like she's dying a little inside. Her shoulders slump a little bit, and she shakes her head, and she will say, maybe you're right, but I cannot believe that is a complete truth. I cannot believe that is just all of what we are.
What makes us Witchers are our purpose. They made monsters to fight monsters.
And what will you do when there are no more monsters? There are less and less attacks yearly. What will you do when there is nothing left? Who will you be when there is nothing left? Who are you?
When there's nothing left, then I'll be dead. Because whether we like it or not, once we rid this world of all the monsters that these people fear, we're the next ones on the list. You know more than anyone that we're the next ones on the list. But that doesn't change what our purpose is.
It does not. But maybe, just maybe, I will keep the hope. I will keep my optimism. But do not think that I do not know what my own purpose is and what my own goals are to be. Do not think that I have forgotten what I am. It is my outlook that evolves my purpose. And I will choose
Then,
to live it and not judge you for yours.
then why do you do this? You have enough coin to stop this lifestyle. For you have enough skill to be a merchant, a mercenary group, a bodyguard. You could do anything you want. If you don't believe this is the path for you, then why do you continue?
Because my job is not done. Because I enjoy protecting people in the way that I have. I do not hate the gifts that I have been given. I do not hate the life that I have been given, but I just choose to approach that life in my own way.
Well, I hate everything about this life, Ingrid. The only thing I have is my purpose to fight monsters. I've tried, and I failed. No children, no family, no love. Even the brothers and sisters that I went through the trials with. For all I know, I'm the only one left.
Do you think I not feel the same way? We both come from schools that have been obliterated, that are no more. We are on our own, each. And Ingrid is clutching the reins of Pretty Good really tight. And is trembling a little bit. And she says, I have lost everything, and I am too consumed into my own purpose, but my own purpose with this. She's struggling to tell you something. She's struggling to speak about something in particular. I will say that she is trying to avoid a very, I guess, well, a topic that's probably pretty obvious, but at the same time, she is actively trying not to speak about it. She will just continue to say, I have lost everyone that I grew up around. I have lost everyone that I trained with. I had lost my mentor. I have lost almost all of me. Just when I was beginning, I was broken. Nyoka, I was broken at the start of all of this. I lost everything that was supposed to teach me how to be, as you call, a typical Witcher. Pretty much right after I had gone through the mutations, pretty much right after I had just been given my medallion, pretty much right after I know what I know, and that is all I am. And I will continue to try to do what I can with the abilities that I have and the knowledge that I have. And Ingrid is going to stop talking after that. She's on the verge of losing it completely again, and she does not want to do that. So she is just going to continue to ride along unless Nyoka just tells her to leave or ditches her.
That's the same for both of us. I'm only what I know. And what I know is Elodie isn't innocent. You may have hope that these monsters do what is not natural for them. But my experiences, all I can say is I might not be ready to fight her, Renwick, or any other. But if they give me the opportunity, the time to learn, we will cross blades.
After she hears that, she will nod her head and she will say, Elodie, I do not know. Do not mistake me doing nothing as me not being prepared to eventually fight her, to eventually have to try to kill her. But because I do not know what she has done, I do not know who she is. I want to find out. Renwick is different. Should it come to it, I will not hesitate.
Well, if Renwick is your goal, then perhaps your friend can assist you.
You have been riding Cersei, Elodie, and you have caught up. You are now riding behind these two. Elodie has slowed her horse to watch behind. She informs you, not just yet. They are having a heated discussion. Best to let the emotions ride out.
I'll just nod.
You ride along while they have this discussion. Is there anything you wish to discuss with her or observe, or anything you wish to do, Cersei? Anything of note?
Well, first of all, do I or she hear what they're talking about?
Let's find out. You are not an individual who's inclined to enhanced hearing, so let's have a roll for you.
Okay.
Intelligence awareness, please.
Oh, perfect. Ooh. 21.
21. Nyoka, Ingrid, I'll allow you guys to kind of decide if you're heard in this moment with a 21. The topics you're discussing are relatively private. I don't imagine you are screaming these as you are riding through the streets of Izima. What in God's name? Hold on. There's sounds.
She was attempting to hack the stream.
I had like full like robot like arcade music playing. I don't know where it came from.
Did Spotify start up?
I have no fucking idea. That was horrifying. I'll figure it out later. But with a 21, I'll let you two decide if you're heard.
I know for Ingrid, because I would probably say because of the specific topics that are being discussed, and with how Ingrid is trying to not sway Nyoka, but definitely try to help him understand her perspective on things while she's also trying to listen to his. Is probably not controlling the tone of her voice too much. And I mean, what is any of the citizenry going to do with the information that she's fucking saying? You know, there's nothing massive there unless Renwick has spies, but she doesn't. Ingrid does not. um, she is not anticipating that. She is not thinking about that right now. So I would say on that one, um, Cersei probably would be able to hear some, if not all, of what Ingrid is saying, depending on like the distance.
Understood. For your guys' knowledge as well, difficulty is broken down in the Witcher book on page 58. Um, a sort of rough estimate, a rough vibe of what difficulty would be. 10 would be easy, 14 would be average, challenging would be 18, and then 20 would be difficult. The step after that is 30, which would be nearly impossible. So, bearing that in mind as well, Nyoko, what say you?
You got a 21. So yeah, I mean, I guess you basically heard nearly everything he said. The way I see, especially the moments where he was, talking about, we are monsters and what our purpose is, and yeah, basically nearly everything, I would imagine. So
Yeah, I think because we're having a pretty like not yelling match or anything like that. We're not like screaming at each other, but we're definitely having a heated discussion.
That makes
I
sense.
will say that Nyoka would tread more carefully with talking of higher vampires and mentioning of that, definitely in a public place. But outside of that, yeah.
Makes sense. With that knowledge, Cersei, you hear a good majority of the conversation. At the very least, you're able to fill in holes, anything that you might not be able to pick up when Nyoka lowers his voice. Speaking of things that would probably cause some concern, to say the very least, to the common folk, you are able to fill in those gaps with the context that you already have.
So given that, Cersei would let out a small sigh, and then kind of like she's kind of leaning forward, and then she'd lean back again. Well, if I could hear it, I assumed you could hear what they were talking about.
They don't trust me, which is to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conflict of whether to drive a dagger into my heart.
Does that work?
No.
I didn't think so. Well, how do you want to proceed with this then, my love?
Part of my one of my many flaws is I enjoy exposition. I cannot stand false rumors about my kind. Perhaps putting their mind at ease will make them feel more inclined to give me trust.
Yeah?
If we were to work together, I'd prefer not to have to be looking over my shoulder. I don't think they would appreciate feeling as if they need to look over theirs.
No, of course not. I don't need to be feeling like I need to be in the middle. Well, as much as I want to be next to you all the time.
You may join us if you'd like.
Of course.
You two ride. Ingrid and Nyoka, there was mention of breakfast. Now, before you guys went to go pick up Cersei, essentially, there was the perpetual stew that was had by Ingrid. I don't recall, Nyoka, if you had anything.
A good soup.
Good soup.
No, I didn't eat anything towards the initial breakfast.
Okay.
But if there's like a piece of bread or something, that I could grab. Yeah.
Sure. Traveling through the market square, you can find something to grab to eat on the go if you'd like, or you can choose to take a seat somewhere if you'd like. Entirely up to you.
Question.
By all means.
Would Elodie, given that I haven't even known about her true nature for very long, or at least not, haven't been around her as much since learning that, would I know her feeding habits, if any? Would you have told me?
In regards to food or blood?
Blood.
I think that the two of you share a very close relationship. I think that she would have informed you that she has indulged in the past, but she is abstaining.
I see you, Edge.
Good enough for me.
I would say, despite your close relationship, it's not a topic she's one to wax and wane poetic about. She gave you that information and kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable with perhaps giving a lot of her past about in that regard.
Fair enough.
Nyoka, where are you stopping for your meal? If you are stopping at all, or are you grabbing something to go?
To go. Something light,
Bread, fruit.
quick.
What's your poison?
Yeah, some fruit would be nice, Yeah, maybe an apple, or something like that.
Easily done. You will have to hitch your horse in order to approach a market stall, unless you want to be that guy that just pulls up on a horse and says,
I'll be that guy.
"That's perfectly fine." Ingrid, are you gonna be that guy as well?
I'm just following. I'm just gonna be just hanging a little bit back, but probably just whatever. Ingrid doesn't it doesn't see anything wrong with this, so fuck
Okay.
it.
Cersei, Elodie, well, you and Elodie both see something very wrong with this. It's a very, it's to say that this is not done is an understatement. Horses, for anyone who doesn't know, um, they don't hold themselves in regards to their bowel movements. They
poop freely.
Yep. Wherever they are, and this is a market square, so, Cersei, would you dismount before heading into the market square, or are you more
Yes.
intent on? Okay, understood.
Yes.
Elodie will join you. Nyoka, as you and Ingrid approach a fruit vendor, and as you are making the exchange, the two women approach your horses. The two of you see them freely, easily. It is your scene.
I would say
There's a
Ingrid.
sigh.
Ingrid would have been while waiting for Nyoka to get food and stuff as they're going about and stuff. She's just she would have taken a little brush out of her pack and it's just brushing Pretty Good's mane as they ride a little bit, and or as they're just sitting, or if they're just sitting there whenever they're idle, almost like a fidget. And the moment so they're both approaching us. The moment she notices Cersei, there's a bit of a smile, like I'm glad, I'm glad you came smile, and then she sees Elodie, and then the smile remains, but she tenses really hard, and is just like, if you could hear the wood creaking on the brush, you would.
As we approach, I if there was anybody who knows me, I would wave, say hello, good morning, as we pass by, and I would approach the fruit vendor without like looking or making eye contact. I would just be like, "You couldn't walk a few feet on foot to get breakfast?" As I'm like kind of looking over the baskets.
Ingrid just tilts her head like a confused puppy.
I'm making a quick transaction. Couple apples, crowns, and I'm back on the road.
Elodie stands in front of your horse in particular, and Yoka.
Oh God.
She looks up to you and says, "Strange that one such as yourself would shirk society's rules and regulations. I was hoping for a discussion.
About what?
A great many deal of things, Sir Witcher."
Ingrid is just brushing Pretty Good's mane.
Cersei is tensely looking at apples.
Where would you like to have this discussion? Out in the field, a cave, somewhere to keep the blood where it should be.
Where would make you feel most comfortable?
I'll pay for the apples and lead the way.
Elodie begins to walk, taking not the reins from your hands, but the reins that are around the horse's muzzle?
Muzzle.
Thank you.
Mouth?
Mouth? Mouth region. Face.
My grandfather
Face.
had a horse for a little bit.
Arthur Morgan sure
that's
has a
my
horse, doesn't
knowledge.
he?
But she guides the horse toward these. There are no proper stables for the mark, but there's a place to hitch your horse if you so choose. And she guides you over to that direction.
Ingrid will buy one apple before following.
Noted. The rest of you join, I imagine.
Oh, I'm definitely following.
Yep, same.
And we're hitching the horses at the stable.
Yeah, the little posts that they have and everything.
Okay, as Ingrid is hitching, Pretty Good, she's gonna put her brush away and then give her a little pat, and then take the apple that she just bought and feed it to her.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Can have a conversation if you so choose. Can your comfort is paramount here. We can take up a space, private space in an inn, just for a moment.
Wherever you choose, my comfort is of little concern.
Very well. She walks, bidding you to follow. If there are any if there's anyone who is not, or anyone that wants to do anything of note while you walk, by all means, let me know.
I would just be kind of walking behind her.
Ingrid is probably keeping close to Cersei.
I'll be, right behind him, eating my apple. Might as well get the last meal in.
You are guided to a tavern of no consequence, no renown. Elodie marches in strolling with a purpose. She speaks with the barkeep, passes off some coin, and he gestures into the corner. A space that has curtains that allow for some more privacy if you so choose. A sort of corner booth. And she marches her way toward there. She sits in the interior and awaits all of you.
I'll follow in and sit next to her, however that looks.
Ingrid will probably just sit across her sword still strapped to her back a little awkwardly, and hands just. She is sitting very uncomfortably in this booth right now. I don't want to say her fingers are tip-tapping on the wooden table as she's just sitting silently for the moment.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm sitting across from them.
Do you want the interior or exterior, Nyoka?
What? I'm confused on what this table is. Is it
Oh,
like a
So
circle?
allow me to elaborate. Apologies, it's completely my fault. Corner booth, circle table, a wrapping sort of L-shaped seat. So if
Oh,
Cersei
not me
is
then,
sitting
was
on
it
Elodie's
Planeswalker?
right, someone is going to sit on Elodie's left. You guys can try to sit kind of across from one another, but there still will be some extra. There will be some extra space basically between Elodie and whoever is on her left. But technically, you will still be seated next to one another. Curtain kind of, from what you can tell, when the curtain is drawn, you'll only be able to see feet, maybe shin of the individuals that are behind this curtain.
I'll be closer to Elodie's other side, I guess.
Okay. And Ingrid will be closer to Cersei then.
Understood.
Glaring, like not menacingly, but just like definitely with that flavor of fear still in her eyes towards Elodie. Fear and confusion and curiosity.
Drinks.
I'm fine.
I am good.
Okay.
I have been told that negotiations are better with libations. Are you sure?
What are we negotiating?
I would rather keep my mind completely and utterly unaltered.
Understood.
She says that very specifically as she looks towards Elodie. Very specifically.
To make my answer very clear, Nyoka. We are negotiating our partnership.
A partnership for what?
Cersei seems to believe that we would work better together, all of us.
That I do.
We share
We
a
all have the
common
same-
enemy.
And a common goal.
And what is that?
Renwick.
Were you not the one that told me not to seek him out? Were you not the one that did what you did to make me not want to?
An attempted kindness, but judging from your conversation earlier, Wasted.
Very. That's all she'll say.
Don't expect to soften your hearts. I don't imagine you've had a number of good experiences with creatures like me.
Mm, Ingrid is. Her eyes looked from Elodie to Cersei to Nyoka down to the table, as she said, and then back up to Elodie, as she says, "I will admit, as if it was not obvious before, and I assume from, um." Would you know at this point that they heard on to their conversation? Would you have noticed at all that they were riding close enough at the time?
I'm difficult to say at the time. However, she just revealed that
That's true, yeah.
she heard your conversation.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not metagaming on accident.
No balance.
Since you heard what we were talking about, you know my misgivings, my fears, but also my insights. I do not know you. I do not know what you do. I do not know your relationship with Cersei, my friend. That concerns me. Your presence concerns me. And I'm trying to hold my reservations back amongst your kind, but she'll trail off.
What of your concerns? She looks to you, Nyoka.
Not familiar with creatures of your type. Rumors, word of mouth, nothing good. What I do know, if what they say is true, you could have easily killed us at any point in time.
Well, of that you can be confident that you have received correct information. My goal is not to kill you. Let me put your mind at ease. I will not kill you. It is more important to me that the facade of my humanity remains intact. Especially if I'm in Vezima, especially if I am with Cersei. Witchers, you find it advantageous you have found me in the weakest I have ever been. Not inclined to show my true nature in front of one I love so dearly. So, strike if you must.
Ingrid, the moment that Elodie says she's not going to show her true nature to someone she loves, her head tilts again and she furrows her brow. But you love her, yet you do not want her to know you. Is that not counterproductive to a relationship?
Love is complicated. You wish to be the best self that you can be. You wish to discard your darkest parts, your most shameful parts. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do this. As such, I keep them away as best I can. So again, strike if you must. I will fight you as a mortal woman.
I do not kill sentients who do not deserve it. And I don't know you well enough to know if you deserve it or not. I don't think you are innocent. That is a different thing. That is different. None of us here are innocent, I believe. But I do not think you are evil. I fear you. I fear your kind. I fear what you are capable of. And I admit my own folly. But I will not attack you. Not unless you attack me first, or threaten Cersei, or threaten any innocent around, any civilian, any...
She nods and looks to you, Nyoka.
Love gets people killed. Have you
Cersei
killed?
shrugs.
Have I killed? Have you?
Many.
Then we are the same.
Ingrid really quickly Ingrid kind of has a little bit of a wait moment come to her brain, and she's just like, it's almost like the math look, but it clicks, and she pulls out her notebook. She flips to the page from when we were in the cave, from the notes that she had taken, and she says, that is so precious, I'm sorry. She goes back to the notes that she had written, specifically the ones about the precise markings at the scene. She says, I assume you, Cersei told you, or you know about what we did at the cave with the lesser vampires.
Oui.
While I was there, while I was putting the remains of the humans slain at to rest, I couldn't help but notice. I couldn't help but notice very different marks. There, one that weren't rabid, weren't bestial, but very precise. And that is what led me to believe about there being one of your kind, specifically here doing this. I ask you, was that you, or was that Renwick?
Precise strikes against the humans, precise strikes against the creature. My doing.
Ingrid tenses, and she says, was there the humans? Why?
They were suffering.
And there was no saving them.
None that could be done by my hands.
Understood. I do not have enough information to really outside of that, but she starts making markings in that journal on her page, and then close it. Yeah.
Smirks a bit and leans back. She lets her arm rest up against the backdrop of the table, sort of bench combo. And then she lets one hand rest on your leg, Cersei. She says, you are in a rare situation. I'm here to dispel your rumors. I'm here to give you information. I'm not inclined to wax poetic or ramble about things you don't care about. So ask your questions. I will answer freely. And at the end of it all, perhaps we can find ourselves in an agreeable situation long enough for our blades to be pointed to the one who really deserves it.
Ingrid is going to look towards Nyoka first.
I'm not one to. Oh, never mind. I am. I'll be honest. Whatever information you give me, obviously, sun, no effect. Magic nullification. Whatever else you're willing to give me will be used.
Ingrid has her notebook out and is looking very. Her eyes are locked on to Elodie as Nyoka says that. She's ready to take notes.
Whatever you give us, I will use against you. If you keep me alive today, tomorrow, there's no doubt in my mind that we will cross blades. But at least for me, it won't be today or tomorrow.
Take comfort, Witcher. I'm aware of this. Use what you must. Kill me today. Kill me tomorrow. Kill me 10 years from now. What is this sound?
Okay, I just gotta say it because it keeps coming to my mind. Anybody ever watch Princess Bride? And that scene with the Dread Pirate Roberts, and he's just like, I like you. I won't kill you today. Maybe tomorrow. Probably. Says that every single day for like years.
It was a Chrome tab.
Oh,
Oh.
Lovely.
wow.
And she looks to Nyoka and says, 10 years from now. 20. 30. You live to be 200. Kill me. It will be temporary.
Cersei looks. She kind of tensed up, but she's still trying to keep that diplomatic facade.
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry.
How many have you killed? Vampire creatures.
Few handfuls, lesser.
Any of my kind?
No,
The elevated, the higher.
no.
And you? She looks to Ingrid.
Ingrid. She's frozen mid-writing something as she is asked that. The hand that's holding the utensil for writing is trembling. She says, I have damaged. That is it.
If you had managed to strike a killing blow, would not have persisted. Regeneration is a gift and a curse. Death will only come for us if dealt out by one of our own. It may take 10 years, 100 years, depending on the amount of damage. But I have seen my companions regenerate after hundreds of years. They're being burnt to crisps, eviscerated, scattered across the four corners. we are forever, unless we choose to make it not so.
Ingrid opens her mouth, closes it. She's thinking hard about something. She's not looking at anybody in particular. She's looking past her journal to the wood of table. And then she asks, what is it like to die?
Cersei, I want to highlight something before I answer this question.
Uh-huh.
There is confidence in Elodie. I believe it's some part of what attracted you to her in the first place. However, the way she said we are forever unless we choose not to be, it's more than confidence. There's a bit of smugness there that you're unfamiliar with. There's a hint of almost a passing, fading wisp of superiority. She looks to you, Ingrid. There's a hesitation. Painful. Our ability to regenerate is not... there's nothing for the pain. To rebuild yourself, to become suddenly aware is akin to birth, I would imagine. But much more painful.
If you are completely destroyed for the most part, with very little remaining, are you still any form of aware, or does it take time for awareness to return?
It is passing through a dream. You wake up groggy, wondering how long you've been asleep, and how long until you can rest again.
Ingrid finally meets her gaze at this point, and the fear that was there before is there still a little bit, but it is much lesser, and instead, a majority of it is replaced with pity. And she says, that sounds nightmarish. That sounds maddening. I could only imagine what one who has experienced that countless times might feel.
Luckily even for creatures such as us, memories are difficult to hold. Your mind only has a capacity for a number of things. You forget over time. And I am not inclined to find myself in life or death situations every year, every 100 years, even every 200 years. I have forgotten what it is like to die. It's difficult to remember.
How old are you?
Witcher, it is rude to ask a lady her age.
I am
Especially in the company. And she looks over to Cersei. Continue, please.
Ingrid just looks very confused, like 100% confused. Like tilts her head, looks between her and Cersei, and says, "Am I not a lady too? What is what do you mean? What? Huh?" She is very confused about that.
Cersei just shrugs and says, "You could share that if you want. Won't bother me."
I'm several centuries old. Again, I have forgotten. You stop to count. It doesn't matter after a while.
What weaknesses?
For the whole or for myself?
Both.
We are sturdier than our kin. We are not immune to fire magic, although mundane flame is like nothing to us. We are susceptible to magic. Some have experienced and studied enough to learn to counter this. The concoctions you brew, your types, the ones that make your blood acidic, poisonous. This is effective. For me myself, I have practiced, and what you call the black blood potion is ineffective against me. Our most prevalent weakness is blood. It is an addiction, not a need.
Do you feed on blood?
No, I do not. Others do.
Ingrid relaxes a bit more. Not completely, but definitely a bit more. And is jotting down more notes.
Or are you in the state that you're in? You mentioned you're at your weakest.
Sentimental reasons. I am among people that I care for. I am. Love will get you killed. In addition to this, I have no allies, no companions, no cabal, no organization, no friends to call on. I am alone, at least in my society.
Not alone, though. And she'll look at Cersei, or at Elodie, and then kind of stare bore a little at Nyoka.
Ingrid's going to close her journal, place the writing utensil down, and say, "That is enough for me for now. I still do not trust your kind. Do not take that personally. I have survived. But for what it is worth, I believe that I can not trust, but I am willing to work with and try."
And then she'll take her eyes from Nyoka and look at Ingrid. And first, for a moment, she softens and just nods very slightly.
Something you may have noticed. For identification purposes, you may find it easy. Common folk do not. I cast no reflection. My shadow is... It does not appear cast by any form of illumination.
Ingrid now is actually actively looking for angles.
Yeah.
to try to-
The dim lighting of the of this corner booth, lit by about 2 candles, shows that she's telling the truth. She casts no shadow. Common
He
folk,
doesn't say anything. Oh, sorry.
common folk tend to ignore this. or they don't perceive it. It's a small thing, but if you know to look for, it could save you.
Why Renwick?
Ingrid tenses again.
I followed him once.
Cersei's jaw clenches.
Ingrid furrows her brow.
I was a part of his tribunal frost.
Ingrid grips the edge of the table.
I was cast out. It became more than it should be. He made deals where I could not follow, did things I could not abide.
When were you cast out?
Some years ago,
I need you to be specific.
Ingrid, is your insignia hanging freely?
Mm-hmm. She's not hiding who she is. Why would she? She doesn't think anything else of that.
She lets her eyes fall to your sigil. Before. Just before.
She nods her head, her eyes downcast now. Then you know why I hunt him.
To be quite frank, I am surprised he has not been taken by another of your kind before. But as I said, he's made powerful deals.
Ingrid is not responding right now.
Well, what's the plan?
I love your puppy.
She's so moody.
I want to give her a hug.
Wenwick is searching for something in the ruins. Something to appease his masters. I believe it to be a weapon, or tool of some kind. I'm uncertain which.
You said his... Okay, is out of character for a second because I do have forgetful brain quite often. Has she already said who his masters are, or is this something the first time we're hearing this?
This would be the first time you're hearing this. Cersei, as well, this would be the first time you're hearing this as well.
I remember vividly before you had told me that Ingrid has heard rumors of who it might be, and so with this new information, she is going to ask, who are his masters?
Fairy tales, myths, horror stories. He is in service to the Wild Hunt.
I try
Ingrid,
to contain emotion.
Cersei, like, is... So it's true then. Not just stories. I had an inkling, but
Every myth has some truth to it.
And it seems we really do have very common enemies amongst us here.
Why would
It's
he be
Easter.
working with the hunt?
Wenwick is to be quite frank, he's racist. He believes himself superior to all of you, to all humanity, to every creature, everything. To see them put in their proper place, in fear, in darkness, and cold, would please him greatly.
Doesn't surprise me.
I have witnessed his cruelty firsthand.
Doesn't make sense.
In what way?
He must be a pawn of some sort. The writers, they are vastly superior in many ways.
I'll admit, this is where my expertise ends. I was not willing to partner with a fairy tale, not one such dark as this.
Ingrid will say, I know only what my teachings taught us about the wild hunt, and I have not faced them directly. So my knowledge on them is limited. I only know what I faced when Renwick and his ilk, his cabal, clashed with my fellow bear witches.
As I said, my expertise ends here. Information that you can give me, information that we could share, much appreciated. If Wenwick is a pawn, no doubt he does not know. He believes himself above all things. Even these riders, you call them.
I've clashed with them on occasion, and they fall just like any other. But their natural ability, their magic, it's something different.
What could they possibly want with a man like Renwick? If they are so great.
Their moves have been different. There's something different in what they're and how they're acting. I'm not sure what, but they're after something.
It could be as simple as seeing him as a potential tool to cause chaos amongst us, to weaken what forces we may have to strike against them. That is just what I believe is a possibility. I do not know for fact either.
They don't. Before they come to this world to enslave, that's not the case anymore.
Ingrid just silently nods.
So then the true goals of these individuals remain hidden, obscured.
There is one way we may find out. And that is to keep pursuing what we are pursuing. Hunting our, as you say, similar enemy.
Whatever lies in the ruins of Azima, it will further their goals. I had intended to take care of this, to find it myself. Will you join me?
I will.
Let's not waste time.
Ingrid's going to look to Cersei immediately and say, "Are you comfortable with this? Are you all right?"
She'll look to Nyoka again and kind of do like eyes down and then up. I don't see why not. Common enemies and common goals. That's how the world continues to turn.
Very true. And Ingrid will just stand up, say, we are wasting sunlight then. We are wasting time. We must press forward."
To clarify or put at ease if need be. There's no emotion, there's no hate, there's nothing more than the cycle this world is. I'm not a threat to you or you looking at Cersei and Elodie. Not today, probably not for a long time.
There's always emotion behind something, but if that's what helps you sleep at night.
It is it may. Whatever emotions you keep buried deep, they have no consequence to me. We have a, what do you call them? A job? A mission?
Contract.
Contract. We have a contract.
Contract would imply no reward.
Details to be worked out later. I, for myself, am not inclined to keep a level head if we are going right head first into danger. I'm going to get a drink to go.
Very well. And I will say immediately that my reward will be Renwick's head.
Temporary as it may be, you will have it.
I'll join you.
She holds out her arm and escorts you to the bar, leaving Ingrid and Yoka to either rise and step outside on their own or remain here until they get their drinks to go.
I'm leaving.
Ingrid will follow Nyoka.
Understood. With this, we went a little bit longer than we normally do before taking our intermission, but we're going to go ahead and take our intermission real quick. And we'll be back very shortly after about 5 to 10 for Tech and Bio. We'll see you all very, very soon. Something is dying today, so I've been told. In order to prevent one of my players going away for homicide, I guess we better seed in some combat somewhere. Welcome back to Ways of Old. We are on episode 4. We last left our heroes in an inn or a tavern as Cersei and Elodie are going to grab drinks to go. Cersei, is there anything that you want to touch on as you are doing this while Ingrid and Yoka are outside riding the horses?
Well, I guess while we're waiting, she would ask. She put her hand on Elodie's, on the top of it, and she would ask, I think, or no, she'd say, I think that went good. Well, I think that went well.
I think so too. I like your friends. Even the one that wants to murder me. He has strong convictions.
Yeah. You know, I'm not used to being around people of my profession having many morals or convictions, so I can't tell if it's a breath of fresh air, but it's different.
Well, if it makes you more comfortable, just rest assured and take comfort in the knowledge that his conviction is murder.
Isn't that nice?
It's familiar, so that is good.
Fair enough. How are you feeling?
Good. It was lighter than I expected. It was not as difficult. Your larger companion, she I don't believe you and I have had the conversation about what happened at the keep.
No.
One of my many regrets in a long life. But I am glad it's a good sign she did not lash out and attempt to relieve me of my head.
Yeah, you know, small victories.
Indeed. I look forward to making amends.
I love that about you. Not many people do that.
Regret is one of the few emotions that persists for centuries, my love. When you are capable of changing the entirety of your future, you reflect on your past more. But there will be time for regret, sadness, moroseness, depression later. For now, we have a contract, my first contract.
Oh, look at you. You may be a Witcher yet.
You think they'll let me?
No.
I mean, sure.
Nyoka, if you wish to be there to physically say this, you absolutely may.
If I could just show up at the end there.
Absolutely.
No.
Ingrid, Nyoka,
Like-
you guys ready the horses? You just got tired of waiting as these two, their drinks have come. They seem to be having another small conversation as they sip. Nyoka, you show up with a stern no.
Why do I get Fist of the North Star fucking vibes right there?
Cersei would try to like hold back like a laugh, like a whole laugh.
Ingrid is just she looks to Nyoka as he said that, and she literally thinks that Ingrid thinks that Elodie is being sincere to the nth degree as she asks that question, and she was just like, sadly, I do not believe even if we could still do the mutations that they would take effect on you. I am sorry.
It's all right. Perhaps you just let me swing your silver sword, yes? We'll
Oh,
see.
do you want to? She grips the hilt of her sword.
Nyoka, she's looking at you. There's a little bit of a smirk on her face. And she looks you up and down, Nyoka. And she says, I think his is more my, weighted properly for my size.
She looks very confused and says, maybe length preference, but I'm pretty sure your kind could hold this easily.
Yeah, perhaps we'll make one your own.
Another day. For
A
now,
silver rapier.
she
Oh.
raises up her glass and she says, a contract.
Contract.
There's no reward. Okay.
The reward of a job well done. I'm saying that out of character.
The reward of friends made along the way.
Yeah. Maybe the true treasure were the companions we made along the way.
I mean, y'all are a treasure.
Oh.
Oh, please. You're right.
You guys finish your drinks, you set the cups down, and you are on your way. If there's any conversation along the way, by all means let me know. Otherwise, by all
Oh my
means.
god, that scared
hell
the
yeah,
crap
let's
out
do
of
it.
me. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me.
Much excitement. What do you got for me, Nyoka?
I forget.
God motherfucking damn it.
I was gonna ask Cersei some. Oh, just casual conversation. How long?
How long?
Looking between you and Elodie.
Oh. 4 years, give or take. Long enough.
Interesting.
Wait, are you two a couple? Ingrid is legitimately. Like, she may have picked up on signs somewhat, but she doesn't understand some.
That's good.
How have you
She
made
looks
it
like
this far?
she looks both. She like. I'm trying to figure out like because there's like a mixture of elation and a little bit of confusion. How does that work with higher vampires? Do they transform during? That's like there's so many questions now going through Ingrid's mind, and she is tempted to ask. So you notice her mouth open a few times, and then says,
I mean, transformation is a good question. That's
okay, you know what? Fuck it. No, we doing this. Do you transform during sex?
Doing
Cersei's
Elodie
blushing.
looks over at you, Cersei, and then the smirk kind of evolves into a mischievous smile, and she says, "Perhaps, if so inclined, you could bear witness one day for educational purposes."
Ingrid's eyes go wide and distant. There's thoughts going through her brain right now, and she's like, she's nodding very rapidly for a second, and then just since we're moving, but she pulls out her notebook and is making some very quick notes in that little notebook of hers.
more so interested in can you make alterations for what we're pursuing.
What do you mean alterations?
Is this your true form? Is this like an illusion?
Not an illusion. I am as I am. This is who I am. In my core, I feel it. I could change if I wish. quite many deal features. This is, for most of my kind, a disguise. But this is who I am in my heart.
But you can take other disguises if you wish.
It would take time, especially after living in this form for so long. What is easiest is reversion back to what some might call my true self.
Let's also unpack the fact that Ingrid did ask about the true self thing before for the people that they loved, knowing that there was emotions between them, but did not put two and two together that they were a couple until just that second.
Cinnamon roll.
Ingrid needs to be protected at all costs.
Yes.
Did you
Oh,
know?
by the way, she is like exceptionally blushing after what Elodie had said and doing those feverish notes.
Noted. You had something, Yoka?
Oh, did you know Cersei?
Oh,
Of the
about what?
presence, the Garcane.
Did I know
Did
about
you-
the Garcane? No. I really didn't. I was more concerned that we were... Well, I was more concerned I'd have a lot more explaining to do. Quicker than I anticipated.
A thought just crosses Ingrid's mind as she listens to the conversation between Nyoka and Cersei, thinking about the Garcane and then thinking about the mission before, and then asking, "Did you know about the Nilfgaardians?"
Did I? Oh.
She's looking at Elodie. Sorry.
You're fine.
I wasn't aware of any Nilfgaardians in the city. Is there a before I speak for her in a sense that may be untrue. Cersei, I imagine there were many nighttime activities that took place upon your reunification. But I'm imagining that talking indeed was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, a fill-in. So with that, Elodie will speak and she will say, I wasn't aware of any Nilfgaardians in the city at the moment. But Cersei has let me know what the situation was. I regret to say that I'm not involved in politics in anything of the sort. I tend to drift where I find more interesting matters. I am sorry for your the hand that you had to play in it. If it was pleasurable to take part in it, then I am glad for you.
I look at Nilfgaardians in more or less the same way as I have misgivings with your kind. If she looks like she wants to say more, but then just retreats it back into herself in that moment.
It may comfort you to know that your misgivings, as you call them, are incredibly accurate. Monsters come in all forms. I once met a individual, interesting fellow. The conversation about greater evils, lesser evils. All things can be evil. All things can be monsters.
Something we agree on.
Precisely. Common ground. Look at us. We're already becoming friends.
The best of friends.
Greatest.
Ingrid looks between all of them, and then just she looks a little happier in that second after hearing that, but does not say anything. And she's just patting pretty good now, a little bit.
We profited off that Garcane. I'm not opposed to taking my share, but with a contract, a bounty is yours if you wish it.
For the dead creatures in the cave.
Yes.
I have no need. Thank you, though. When I slayed them, it was not a contract for me. It was not a request made by anyone. I was doing what I could to protect Cersei. You'll find quite many deal of things, the rumors, the stories have silenced around the city. During our first encounters, she looks at you, Cersei, and you can see she's speaking, and you can see in her eyes she's remembering. After meeting Cersei, I wanted to make sure that the city was a safer place, so that she may walk freely wherever she wished. So the creatures in the sewers, gone. The monsters that lurk on the outskirts, taken care of.
Ingrid is listening very intently as she says this.
Raizima
Yep.
was a passion project of mine for our time.
You probably see Nyoka kind of twitch a little bit, like his head, like it's painful to hear because it goes against his beliefs.
Elodie would make a great Witcher underline heart emoji.
Heart.
So Ingrid is going to. She is still taking notes, as she listens, and as she is taking notes, she will say, "Elodie, if as a future reference, when you, put those injured captives out of their misery, my recommendation is to next time also immolate the corpses, leave nothing remaining, for there's always the chance that they may turn into wraiths, ghouls, or what have you, and then cause further problems and damage and calamity."
The information is appreciated. I will keep these things in mind.
He finally puts the journal away.
You guys continue to ride.
I do have a question. One more question.
By all means.
I'm curious, because the talks of flames being a vulnerability, magical flames, and no shadow. Is there a connection? The only thing I could think of that has no shadow is a flame. And that's a weird connection to me.
That's deep. I said that out loud, I'm sorry.
He poses this question to Elodie, and she smiles. Not a smirk, not a mischievous smile, but she smiles and kind of tilts her head. It's a genuine expression of interest and confusion. And a lot of this is a very interesting line of thought. I have a companion who, had a companion who was inclined to research and to delve into what we are. If I'm able to get in touch and convince them to speak with me, I'll inquire about this. Perhaps it is nature trying to correct things, trying to give sway to those who may be so inclined to eliminate us.
Perhaps.
Saying that would make the subject of a fantastic poem.
There's a look that passes quickly over Elodie's face. Gone in seconds. Almost like taking a mental note. You continue to ride. There are a number of entrances into the ruins of the elven settlement that Vizima stands on. Most of them are guarded and kept closed off to the public. But Elodie guides you to a place that is unguarded, to a place where no passage will be given. She takes you through what looks like Old Vizima, a slum. Deep into the stonework is a crack that widens into a crevice, that widens into an open hole in the ground, descending on a steep slope of dirt into the ground, where you can see stonework begin near the end. There is plenty of daylight to see that there is the remnants of a city. There is no place to hitch your horses, save for perhaps a very unsturdy looking tree.
What's the ground like here? Is it stoned? Is it grass? Dirt?
You guys are essentially in, for lack of a better term, the fucking ghetto of Old Vizima. So there is loose cobblestone that is in desperate need of repair. Down, descending into this crevice, it is dirt and loose gravel. But you can see with the daylight that it does descend into more loose cobblestone, ruins of an elven make.
Are there any forms of how am I trying to put this? Anything that Ingrid could potentially make a makeshift hole in the ground.
If you so wish, could take a branch from a fallen tree. You are immensely strong especially compared to your non-higher vampire group. Yeah, you can take a fallen limb from a tree if you so wish.
She's definitely going to, and then with all her might, just jam it into the ground. And do I need to make a roll for this?
I would like a roll for this. This is going to enter into the ground. The roll is just simply going to determine. There's no margin. There's no possibility of failure here. It's just a matter of how sturdy this is going to be. Is this going to be a permanent fixture in Vizima from here on out? So, Jesus. I'm gonna allow you free choice. I could see body and physique, but really, this is a free choice of role on your half.
Damn it. Of course, I have 0 in physique and 0 in endurance. But
Woof.
I mean, my body is pretty high. All right. I guess I'm just, it just makes the most sense. So even though I have 0 in it, I'm gonna do body and physique.
I would also allow if you are. This is more of an improvised thing, so I would take maybe a -1, -2 modifier to it. If you so wish, you could make a reflex roll of staff/spear if you have that.
She uses swords
Say less.
exclusively.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
it's a 0 for it's a flat 0 for anything outside of just like the main stat itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dice gods. Let's go. That is a 10.
Okay.
Jam it into the ground.
No, that is a nat 10.
Oh,
as
by all
in
means, please continue.
it explodes. That's 10 plus 9 plus 10, so 29.
29. We take a peek far into the future. 300 years from now, children are gathered around this tree limb that has stood the test of time. Past snow, past the white frost, past heroes' steel and dragon's flame. This is all that is left of Azima.
Oh my god.
You jam the branch into the ground with an immense amount of fervor, confident that it will last for, at the very least, your purposes.
This is pretty good. Right, pretty good. And then she'll take pretty goods. A little she's gonna tie up pretty good here and say, "This could hold all of ours fine. We just make a circle with the horses just around it. It should keep them safe."
Seems sturdy enough.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay. Cersei will look impressed.
As you guys tie up your horses, you swear you see that surely it's not possible. Surely it's a trick of the light. The tree branch, the tree's limb, is dug into the dirt. There is stone broken around it. Surely it was broken before. But you tie up your
Sure.
horses. All that's left is to descend, if you so choose. You can always back out.
Something's dying.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't
He's
see
dying, apparently.
we are already here. We ate. We made deals and stuff like that. We're doing this. Let's go.
Understood.
Did we ever determine stamina being regenerated?
Yeah, I just don't recall what we decided.
Oh wow.
I have.
I thought it was the full recovery.
Yeah. So it's the recovery.
Okay.
It's based on your recovery stat. And we decided based on the evening's rest and such, at least for today, at least for this
Okay,
instance, you guys are fully recovered. The only thing that is not fully recovered is the armor that was damaged.
I will. Well, I used stamina to Axie Nyoka, so my stamina is knocked. So
Rough.
Right. Oof.
I had to play my character. So.
Listen.
No worries. We will. Choices were made.
Mhm.
Well, no. Well, no.
You, I believe you spent 9 stamina, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that takes all of it out.
Oh no, but it's definitely notched stamina now.
Easy enough. I would be very, very surprised if you had 9 stamina alone. But, descending into this is an endeavor on and of itself. As I said, it's very steep. There's loose dirt and loose gravel. Who is going first, and how?
Not me.
I could see this going a few different ways. Either Ingrid going first because of her physique, not the stat, just stature. Uh, tank stance, pretty much. Thinking MMO style here. Or Nyoka for his scouting and stealth style ways. Or
Well, I would say character-wise, Nyoko, there's no hesitation. He's the going.
Okay,
So,
fair.
you know that's fair. Okay, we're
so, yeah, he's
Cowabunga
like,
it is. Let's go.
let's-
Cowabunga. Yep. I'll be in between Ingrid and Elodie.
Okay. Nyoko for the first, I'd need a Dex Athletics roll, if you kindly. Go ahead, Ingrid.
Ingrid will probably also turn to Elodie and say, with us leading the front with Cersei in the center, it might be best if you lead from behind, or if you follow from behind, just so in case we are ambushed
Of course.
for whatever reason.
And
Alright.
private escort. Wow. I'm a lucky girl.
22.
Ingrid turns with a confused look and says, "You are helping too."
Let's go.
The result of your roll, Nyoko.
22.
22. Take some narrative control here. As I said, it's very steep. Are you going to just surf down? Are you going to make an effort to slowly walk? What's the visual here?
He slides down.
Excellent.
I'm picturing Legolas at Helm's Deep.
Down,
basically.
down, Nyoka descends. Who is next to follow?
Ingrid will follow. God, hold on. Let me get into her head really quick for a second with this, because she's gonna see Nyoka sliding down like that and think, I would have been careful or more carefuler. I would have been more careful. But that also looks fun. And she will attempt to slide as well.
A Dex Athletics roll, please.
Let's go. Okay, the roll is a nat 2. So let's see how this goes. What was it? Dex is that's Dex is 11 for her. So
That's
that
good.
is 13 and what was it? Athletics?
Yes, please.
17.
17.
Because she has a 4 in athletics. Thank God I thought ahead.
A successful trip down, Ingrid. Take some narrative control if you'd like. What does it look like? You attempt to mimic Nyoka.
She's definitely, it's not going to be as graceful as Nyoka's might be. It's not going to be, as practiced or anything. She's never tried something like this before. She's trying it for the very first time. So there's going to be moments where she's like about to lose her balance, and you can tell she's just trying this because it looked fun. Yeah.
You do this. Bit of a rougher landing, Nyoka. You are down. The light reaches down here, at least in this crevice. The shadows kind of dance a little bit differently here. Ingrid slides down and doesn't come to a nice gradual halt like yours
No,
did.
even though I rolled high, I'm gonna make a moment here, and I'm just gonna say that maybe she hit a bit of a cobblestone as she reaches down, and I'm just gonna say she just full force goes boom.
She beefs it a little.
No, not a little. She
She
face
beefs
plants
it.
the ground. She face
Aw.
plants the ground.
Poor
Ingrid
baby.
falls after a rather impressive slide, Nyoka.
Almost.
Ingrid
Weight distribution.
Ingrid pushes off and shrugs, brushing away dust and dirt and grime that may have gotten on her armor at the time, and she says, "Practice does make perfect, but that was amusing." And then she blows out her nose, and a little blood comes out because she did face plant and probably did hit stone. So,
Little beef.
Cersei, you're up.
I'll look at that, and then I'll look at my character sheet, and I'll say, that's not happening. And I'll turn to Elodie. Could you help me?
Princess Carrie.
She scoops you up in her arms and says, I would cross an entire ocean for this exact moment. And she is going to dip down. She is going to make a dexterity athletics roll. At a slight penalty.
Do I hear that? Do I hear those words? Or are we too far down?
Given where you are, let's have a roll. Let's have a...
Oh.
It's just
Cheap
food getting,
tech.
it's just food getting dropped off. It's to feed me. That's literally it. Intelligence and awareness, please.
What is happening? That is a nat 10.
Oh.
5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. You said intelligence and awareness?
Please.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 26.
Jesus.
26. You certainly hear it. It echoes down past the cobblestone and along the stonework, remnants of the civilization that came before.
Ingrid hears those words from Elodie and then sees her, and then looks up and then sees some of the scooping happening, and then she was just like, that is pretty good. Pulls out her notebook again and is taking notes.
Elodie slides down the this incline, no issue. She stops just short at the right before it becomes flat and sort of makes a leap, landing in between the two of you. And she sets Cersei down.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Yoko, you seem unmoved.
Just weird.
Can see that it will take much more to impress you.
What exactly are we looking for?
Anything that is old, anything that is rather more than stonework. A weapon, a device, something touched by magic, perhaps. Be wary. Renwick will not have sent himself. He would have sent an agent, someone to collect it for him.
Sounds about right.
She reaches into a pouch on her hip. Pulls out what look like strange devices. Does anyone have the diagram for any types of explosives?
Let me see.
No.
Ingrid does not.
She pulls out, Cersei, I believe what you would recognize, actually, given your profession. These are moon dust bombs.
That sounds cool.
And she passes them, one each, to Ingrid and Yoka. If he is sending anyone, these should dampen their abilities. I'll keep an eye out for anything cloaked in magic. Anyone who may be unseen.
Yeah, well, hopefully, if we come across anything like that, our medallions will let us know. Unless, of course, it's one of your kind.
Let us hope it is not. But still, best be prepared for all possibilities.
For all our sakes, I hope that it is only his minions and not his companions. You, the three of you journey. There's not much really to look at for the first few moments of your journey. It is stonework. It is very clear that this was once a city. You can see the remnants of homes now filled with dirt, now simply a part of the walls. You make out what may have been possibly a market square, a trading post, cracked pillars and overturned statues. Time has taken this place, removed all elegance and grandeur. You walk to elven ruins of Izima. I'm going to take this moment to check with our players. Actually, yes, I'm going to take this moment to check with our players. This is our normal stopping time. Wanted to double check with you all. If you guys are good to continue for a bit longer.
I am 100% good to continue for a bit longer, for as
Absolutely.
long as you want to run this.
Yeah, I'm down.
Apparently, we have to murder something, so.
Well, then in this moment, we're going to take another brief intermission while I go grab food from outside and make sure that my pup is not going to lose her mind. We'll be right back very shortly. Another quick moment for tech and bio. We'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for waiting, and thank you so much for the follow, Sap. We appreciate you very much. And we're back. We're going to do things for a little longer. Bindi is currently licking my ankle, trying to get my attention. It's very distracting. But we're going to go ahead and press on. We last left you guys as you guys began exploring the ruins of the Elven settlement that Vizima is built upon. There's got to be a better way to say that, because I've said that 3 times now, and there's got to be like a shorthand way to say that. The ruins. We're just going to call them the ruins.
Vizima Ruins.
Vizima Ruins. God bless. Overcomplicating shit. This is what I do. In this moment, I need, as you guys are making your journey and making your investigation and keeping your eye out for anything that might stick out, I need a roll from everyone. Either intelligence and awareness, or if there's an argument to be made for anything else, you may certainly make an argument. Oh no, relax. You're fine.
Intelligence awareness, 19.
19.
I'm going to do intelligence awareness too.
Yeah, I did it too. I got 28. I exploded.
20.
28, 20, and 19. As you are all traveling, perhaps there's conversation, perhaps there is not. Perhaps there is laser focus, perhaps you let your mind wander. Nyoka, it makes the most sense as well. You're the marching order we had established. You're up close ahead. You're the first to notice. There is fresh blood droplets as you journey into this space. It's not old, it's not aged, it's not practically painted on like others. This is fresh. Ingrid, Cersei, you are the next to notice. There is a change in atmosphere. There's a smell here as well. Rather than the dust and mustiness of ruins and fallen dirt and debris. Smells like iron. The scent of copper, perhaps.
Like more so than what the blood would give off.
Perhaps. With that particular question, I'm going to say not with the amount of blood that you've seen so far. As you journey ahead, it's gotten a little bit darker. Yeah. That's what you've got with your rules currently.
I'll unsheath my blade.
So you literally said we smell the blood, right?
Indeed.
Ingrid will have her head held high and and will also unsheath one of her blades. It
I
seems
start fiddling with my focus.
You fiddle. You travel and you keep on aware.
I would like to, maybe if I need to, distance myself, but I would like to do more stealthily with, yeah. If there's more blood as we're progressing, I would like to do it more stealthily.
I mean, it worked with us with the Nilfgaardians. Ingrid being the one that's louder, drawing the attention, and Yoka just coming up from behind and
Yeah.
You do this. Nyoka, again, you're the first to notice that streaks of blood, droplets, as if sprayed. Almost like a painter on a canvas. Blood has been sprayed here. Signs of combat. There was fight. There was Bindi.
how close she got to the camera there. I
She
love her.
is trying to be on the keyboard. There are signs of combat here. There are signs of a conflict. As you journey further, you want to go up ahead further, you said, correct?
Yeah.
How much further?
I mean, until I see something, I guess I'd ask for progression.
And Ingrid would be following just obviously from a distance to allow Nyoka to keep the element of stealth there. She would turn to Cersei and wow, I hate my brain sometimes. Elodie, there we go. And you know, she has her silver sword out right now, and she will turn to them and say, in a whisper to attempt to, so that only they hear her. She will say, "Be on your guard. I am not sure Cersei might smell this, but I guess Elodie, you would probably, but there is a lot of blood in the air that I can sense. There might be something near."
Seems that way.
There is more than blood.
Elaborate.
There's perfume. Smells of honey. Roses.
Does that mean anything to you in particular?
Her name is Ada.
Oh,
She is a Bruxa.
good.
Ingrid squares her shoulders, holding her silver blade with both hands. How far ahead is Nyoka at this point from us?
Your choice, Nyoka.
I'm at the relic.
Is that right?
Yeah.
GG, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So terribly far ahead.
No. I would say I'm still within eyesight, or at least I would be able to see them. I don't know, how stealthy I am, but
Understood.
Ingrid is going to turn from Cersei and Elodie and look towards Nyoka. Would he be turning around at any points to check on us?
yeah,
He
I
will
would
say-
stay in eyesight range.
Ingrid will hold up a hand, like stop, pretty much, or caution. Like she's trying to signal that there's danger ahead.
I'll backtrack.
Okay. When Nyoka is within earshot again for a whisper at the least, Ingrid will say, Elodie has said that this is a Bruxa named turns Amy? Ada? Anna?
Ada.
Ada. So we know what it is that is causing this, so a Bruxa.
Is this another creature we can't kill?
This is Bruxa are considered lower, right?
Depends on who you ask, but yeah.
Yes. For your guys' knowledge, absolutely.
Bruxa is the one from the TV show, right?
That would be her. Was a Bruxa.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I guess, storyteller with mine with I know Elodie is here as well, but with my backstory with and knowledge and anything else, would Ingrid know that these are killable?
You definitely know they're killable.
Mhm.
Bruxa are not common, but far more common than a higher vampire. And I would say that you likely saw a few during that fateful day.
She will look to Nyoka then and say, with a little bit of that familiar haunt to her eyes, I have faced Bruxa before. They are not as terrifying as the higher of their kin. They can be killed. I have felled a few myself in the past. It is still best to approach with caution, but at least we know what we are dealing with and how to handle them.
Well, I guess more so can. No one would be sad if we killed her.
Not a single one.
Okay.
That works for Ingrid too. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Seriously, don't give a fuck.
And then, yeah, okay.
I'm going to direct your attention to roll 20.
Ah!
Ooh, here we go.
Now
Hey, Edge,
to
we're gonna kill stuff.
direct the viewer's attention to it as
Yay!
well.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a face. It looks like
It
what's
does
that?
look like a smiley face.
What's that Disney channel? That Disney show, the
Oh
Roly
my-
Poly.
Roly poly oly!
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
it reminds
god.
me of.
Man. I love it though. I don't know why I also think of TikTok from Return to Oz.
Oh my god.
Drop her right
Nightmare fuel.
there.
That movie is nightmare fuel and I love it.
So we'll plop that there for now. I don't have a proper token for Elodie, but I will acquire one very soon.
This map is huge. Oh my gosh.
This is about where you guys stop to have this brief interaction, this conversation. What can I do for you?
This shit is big.
It is time to explore, baby.
Blood has pooled and has gotten thicker. As you have your conversation, you take notice, your eyes adjust to the darkness. Nyoka, you would see it first. The body that hangs in that pool. Half just dangling. You see legs. You see a rear end. You see feet and a thigh. All intact, but leaning. Poured over as if taking a drink.
Or dead.
Perhaps. The blood doesn't insinuate such things.
You don't fool me. I'll point in that direction.
Ingrid will nod and start making her way towards that as well, following behind Nyoka. She's trying to be stealthy, but you know stealth is not necessarily her strong suit.
Noted. In your room.
No.
Nyoka, as you round that corner, the body is wearing armor. Ingrid, as you guys all get closer, all recognize it as wearing armor. Leathers.
Where is it again?
Steel. I'll actually tell you what. I'll drop something here as well. Let's
Give me
find.
2 seconds.
Not a problem.
Oh,
Actually,
sorry.
rather than just place a token, I'll just go ahead and signify it here. As you get
Gotcha.
closer, you notice armor, leathers, bit of steel, a pauldron. Nyoka, is this where you are? Showing on the map?
Yeah.
You see a man. The pants were padded, and part of the armor as well. The boots went up to about the knee. Tight fitting. No opportunity for loose clothing. Steel, almost like scale mail, but more tightly woven on the right and left shoulder. Gloved hands, leathers. His head is dipped into the water, staining the water with blood. The hair was once tied into what looked like a top knot. And there are 2 swords on his back. Well, 1 sword. 2 sheaths.
I'll pull him out the water.
You see him? He's different now. Colgrove certainly has looked better.
Is his medallion still on him?
It is. His throat is slashed. He suffered a number of injuries to his chest and his stomach.
You see, well, Nyoka sheaths his blade, and after seeing who it is, begins to handle the body with a lot more care. And he kind of, yeah, he just kind of lays it down as best as he can and takes the medallion off of him. You said there's 1 sword on his back?
There is.
Nothing else? No, his other blade isn't anywhere near.
The other, what you can see, is the steel blade. The silver sword is gone. The viper fangs are missing. He has a pouch. That's about it.
Does Ingrid see this as well? Any of this?
All
At
of
this
you see
point?
the body. All of you see Nyoka handle it with a bit more care as he pulls it out and sees its face.
Did you know this one?
Master Colgrim is the one I've come to find.
I am. There's a look of recognition in her face at that, and she looks down to the body, then looks back up to Nyoka. There's pity and sorrow in her eyes as she says, I am sorry. Is there anything that you would like to do?"
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Once we're done with the business here, I'll see to him.
Understood. Um, Ingrid's gonna look around for this scene for any signs of what attacked him. If we know, like, because I know Elodie said that there was the Bruxa here, but can we tell that this was the Bruxa and where it may have gone?
Can tell that the water is stained. Is runoff, likely from a rainy day. Not commonly refilled. Water itself was already filthy, but it should be more red. You can see on the body, the throat was slashed open, but there's portions of the neck that seem cleaner than they should be, as if something was wiped away or brushed away. The pouch is partially open. There are some papers, notes. You can see floating in the water there is a discarded bit of parchment.
Ingrid is going to reach for the parchment and attempt to see what is on it.
If I can investigate the pouch.
By all means.
Well,
Nyoka. We'll get to you very shortly. Ingrid, you reach for the note. It is damaged by liquid. The ink has already begun to run and change, and whatever was once said is all but lost. Can make out 2 words. They're here. Nyoka, much as you kept a journal, so did Master Colgrim. Discarded notes and papers, things that he was researching, his scraps. You find a number of things on him. His most recent, as you take a flip into his journal, this is his most recent entry. I'll ask anyone who is comfortable reading aloud if you may like to.
yeah. Journal entry of Colgrim, School of the Viper Witcher. Location in word, another word.
Aaron Kaduk.
Aaron Kaduk. My journey to Aaron Kaduk has been a tragic one. I was tasked with investigating reports of a dangerous bear in the area. But what I found was far more dangerous and sinister. The master of Aaron Kaduk was a cruel and suspicious man from the start, and he treated me with contempt. I knew that I was going to have a hard time getting any information from him or his people. My suspicions were confirmed when I asked about the bear. The master told me that there was no bear, and that I was wasting my time. But I knew better. I had heard the reports from the local villages, and I could feel the fear in the air. I decided to investigate on my own, and I soon found the bear's den. But when I engaged the bear in combat, I quickly realized that I was outmatched. The bear was not what it seemed. It was covered in strange markings and had a otherworldly glow about it. Its strength was incredible, and its claws tore through my armor like it was paper. I fought on, determined to protect the people of the area, but the bear was too much for me. Bear.
There's more. I'm not sure if you can still scroll.
Oh.
You should be able to scroll.
There's shit. There's a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
my
is
bad.
a full ass journal. If you guys want to take turns, by all means, we can go back to high school.
I lost my spot.
In the end, I was badly wounded. If you'd like me to continue, or if you'd like to pass
I'll
on
do
to
it. I'll do it. It's my responsibility. This is my master. Jeez.
I realized that I was muted when I said this, but I was just like talking about high school there just gave me a very big visceral memory.
And then I was badly wounded and had to retreat to re-strategize. I managed to make it back to Aaron Kaduk, but I knew that I had failed in my mission. However, something was off about the keep. It was too quiet, too still. I decided to investigate further and soon discovered the horrible truth. The occupants of Bear Keep were not human. They were vampires, and they had been preying on the local villages for years. They had taken on the guise of humans, but their true nature was revealed to me when I found their hidden lair. I knew that I was in grave danger, but I also knew that I had to act. I gathered my strength and set out to confront the vampires. The battle was difficult. I was outnumbered and outmatched, and my injuries slowed me down. It was a close call, and I barely managed to escape with my life. As I fled the keep, I knew that my wounds were severe. My broken bones and deep cuts made it difficult to move, and the vampires were still chasing me. I knew that I had to use my knowledge and skills to get away. In the end, I managed to make it out of the keep, but only just. The vampires were hot on my trail, and I could feel their breath on my neck. But I managed to use my Witcher powers to escape and retreat to a safe distance. The journey back to my home base was a difficult one. I was badly injured and had to move slowly to avoid worsening my wounds. My job is not yet complete. I will send word to the others and find a place to recover in secret so that those vile creatures cannot find me. Somewhere far from here, somewhere well out of reach of their stolen keep. Then, when the time is right, we will purge the monsters from existence, as is our mission, always.
Is Nyoka reading this to himself quietly or like out loud?
He's probably like whispering,
Whispering.
Yeah.
Since I'm investigating and Nyoka is whispering, can I attempt to, I guess, hear what he is saying?
By all means, I would say in this space, the echoes of civilization. I'm not even going to ask for a roll. I would say the words and gotta speak out to you.
The moment Ingrid hears Nyoka whisper Heron Kaduk, she's going to just appear next to him. She's going to let him finish, and she is then going to say, storyteller, the last that we talked about this, it's been over a decade since Ingrid was last at Bear Keep. Is that still truth?
I would say so.
Okay. Ingrid is going to let out a very shaky sigh as you finish reading the note or the journal entry. Bastards. They have my home.
Well,
She's breathing very heavily now.
seems like your fight is mine as well.
It seems that way, yes. I cannot let this stand. I cannot let them be there.
Tracy warily approached, noticing that nothing nefarious jumped out of the pool at them. So she's kind of by that ledge, and then she says, "What did you find? What is that?"
A dead fool. He died like a coward, you know.
Oh, great. Knew I shouldn't have gone near the shady ass pool.
Emerging
It's fine
from a
until you show.
hallway.
It was
It's a woman. Tan skin and dark hair. Her eyes are fixed on Elodie.
I'll kind of notice that and start. You know what? I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna move. It's fine.
Was he one of yours?
Where's his blade?
She reaches behind her and pulls it. She holds it. Would you like it back?
He pulls out his silver blade once again.
Ingrid is still holding hers.
Elodie. Was that where you kept pets nowadays?
Moondust.
Go ahead and make the roll. Moon
Edge
dust.
wants to kill
Moon
something
yeet.
bad. Let's go.
Moon yeet.
Moon
I'm sorry
yeet.
if I interrupted,
no.
some dialogue, but
No, fuck a monologue.
I was legitimately thinking I was actually about to just be like just throw something, and it's just like right there. You are right in my mind too. So let's do this.
So yeeting the moon dust bomb. This is gonna be. Oh, that's a good question, actually. I should have thought about this more. You know what? I'll bet there's something I'm missing.
I feel like that would be dexterity athletics, maybe. But...
Me too. There we go. Throwing weapons and such. Dexterity athletics, please.
Eight plus dexterity is 10, so 18. Athletics is 3, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21. So, let's see how quick she is. Ooh, that's bad
For who?
for her.
Good for us.
Good.
Fuck him up, Edge.
You said 21.
Yeah, 21.
Okay. That is unfortunate. So, where do you want this? How close do you want this to be? You want this to be right up on her?
I mean, yeah, like at her feet at the very least.
Understood. So this explodes into what almost looks like a powder of sorts. You don't hear a cry out of pain. You don't hear a death rattle by any means. But you hear flesh change and tear. I need you guys to roll some initiative.
Ew. How do we do that again?
That is going to be your reflex, a D10 plus your reflex.
Oh, okay, cool.
Does initiative explode?
I don't see why not.
Oh, that's a good question for me as well. Awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so that's,
Okay.
yeah.
17. Good lord. Why was it so hard for me?
15,
I got 20.
So we got 20 from Nyoka.
reflex what?
Reflex and just D10.
Okay, so that's 23.
23.
I love exploding dice.
Excellent. I'm still going low. Awesome. Love that for me.
Well, let's see. Sorry, I'm juggling. That's a 20. That's also 23. Okay. What is your reflex score, Ingrid?
My reflex is a straight 10.
Straight 10. Understood.
Never mind, it's a very gay 10.
I mean, same. Except not a 10. It's a very gay 5.
I thought. Yeah. Oh,
What?
5 reflexes.
Yeah, I'm not meant to be strong or fast. I'm just meant
That's fair.
to blow shit up when I can.
But you didn't take fire magic.
Nope, sure didn't. Isn't that funny?
Okay. So we've got Nyoko, what is your reflex score?
11.
11. Double checking. Cool. So turn order as is shown will be Babruxa, Ada, Ingrid, Elodie, Nyoka, and then Cersei. So with that being said, the Brooks is gonna get pissed.
I mean, I don't see why. Nyoka just threw Kool-Aid at her.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start out. She is going to spend her action. 6 meters. What is 6 meters? God damn it! I didn't do the.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Isn't
Gonna
like
convert.
timing by isn't times by 3 for the most part, or something like that?
Yeah, I think that was the quick.
Hmm?
I think that was the quick.
For the run speed?
Yeah.
Yes. Whatever your speed times
No.
3.
Yeah, conversion from meters to feet though.
Oh.
What is it? What is it? What is the meters that you're looking to convert?
6 meters.
19.685.
Hey, too easy. Watch this. Well, she's gonna move.
As a heads up, all I did was Google meters to feet, and it has a calculator right on Google.
Too easy. I'm gonna pull that up very shortly. She's gonna move right over Mia. And so that's gonna put her. That'll work. We'll call that there. And then she's gonna use her action to emit a horrible sound.
Mm.
We're gonna move. This is a cone actually, so only Nyoka. I need a roll from you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be basically the same thing. Oh, you can either make a block check, or make a reposition roll. It's entirely up to you.
Yes, reposition. I forget which one does what. I know reposition is more of a getting ducking or rolling, but I forget what it chooses. It's not like a dodge, right? It's something else.
For reposition?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you're moving out of the way in a number of meters equal to your leap in any direction. Reposition uses the athletics skill base.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reposition. You say athletic skill?
Mm-hmm.
Athletics roll? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I've completely forgotten how combat works.
Perfectly fine. We're going through it together.
9 plus Dex is 10, 19. Athletics is 3. So that's 22.
22. You are unaffected. The sound of this, you by all means, feel free to move wherever you'd like to with your leap. Relax, you're
To
okay.
leap up to 16 feet.
Jesus Christ.
That's a few.
Oh my gosh.
That's a few.
Let me.
Sonic the Witcher.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and leap right behind her.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
A terrible shriek is heard as she emerges from the sort of vapors and dust that you've spewed out. She no longer looks like the beautiful maiden that you had interrupted. She now is changed, stretched, thin. Her skin is taut around her bones. Very clearly, this is a monster. This is not but a creature. She wears wisps of the clothing that she was once draped in. Her fingernails are elongated. All of her teeth are now replaced by sharp, pointed fangs, and her eyes seem to glow this dull reddish pink.
Ooh. That's cool.
There is no effect as the blast, as you dodge behind and you leap forward and to the right, out of the way. That is her action, actually. That is her movement, that is her action. She is not, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it. We're going to spend some stamina. She's going to take another action. You have that's interesting wording. I'm gonna say that the roll you just made is not not your free defensive action per round, because this signifies that you must make that.
Okay.
So go ahead and make it any defensive action you'd like. She's gonna swipe at you.
Dodge.
By all means.
Reflexes and dodge. 9 plus 11, which is a 20 and 7, so 27.
27. This is a dodge?
Yeah.
Well done.
Matrix.
She swipes at you, and you move back, ready. You have your sword out. She's still clutching the silver sword of your fallen companion. She swipes at you with her claws. To no effect. That will bring us to Ingrid.
Okay, cool. So Ingrid's movement is 4 meters, so about 13, close to 14 feet. She is going to immediately leap off the edge here and then move to right about here. And then remembering that magical fire has an effect on vampires, is going to cast Igni in this direction.
How much stamina do you want to burn?
I am burning 7 stamina to do this, to do 7, was it 7d6 damage?
I believe so.
Let me just double check on that. Yeah, it's 1d6 per stamina. I'm burning 7, so yeah, that's 7d6. 2, 3,
Nice.
Excellent.
5, 6, 7.
She's going to burn some stamina and attempt to, you know what? She's going to attempt to... We'll just attempt to dodge.
That is... I need a calculator. Y'all, that is 6 plus 6 plus 6
Hail save.
plus 6 plus 5
Oh, damn.
plus 4 plus 3.
30.
That is 36.
Is it? I'm sorry. I
36.
must have missed a 6 while when
That is
when
1, 2, 3, 4 sixes, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1,
definitely missed a
3.
6. Yep, missed a 6 after the Hail Satan. Apologies. Excellent. 36. Let's see. Let's see. 5 plus. Okay. That's gonna hit. So roll me some damage everywhere. Actually, let's with Igni. Read me Igni again real quick. I think we had
I was about to
some.
say, because that was the damage that I rolled.
Yeah, we gotta determine hit location. I
oh,
believe because you're not
gotcha.
right up on her.
Yeah, Igni throws out a wave of sparks and fire, which does 1d6 damage per stamina point spent, and has a 50% chance of lighting anything it hits on fire. Igni always deals damage to the torso unless used at a point-blank range. When used at a point-blank range, you can aim it. Its duration is immediate. Its defense is a dodge or block.
Understood. So that was the damage you rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's determine hit real quick. What was your did you roll to hit and I missed it?
I did not. Yeah, sorry.
No worries. This. So with casting Igni, I believe.
Oh, right. It is craft or not craft. It is Wait, where did it
Will
go?
and spellcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, will and spellcasting. Right. My bad. My B. Uh, 18, 19, 23.
23 to hit. Unfortunately, this is going to miss the Bruxa and instead torch the stone next to her.
Goddamn.
Damn. On a 23. Holy cow. Okay.
Fast as fuck.
So, that was action. I believe you did some movement. You can, of course, expend some stamina to make another action.
How much stamina do I have to expend to make another one?
3.
3? I can't keep burning my stamina like that, but we gotta kill this. We gotta kill this thing. We gotta kill this thing.
Be careful. Might not be the only one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you-
that's very true. I will burn 3 stamina. And I'm going to make I'm gonna make an I'm gonna attempt to bring my silver sword across her.
Understood. So, have you used all movement, or are you moving up?
That was I can what was it? Because I was right there. I was right here, so I moved 10. So yeah, I would have enough movement to move down.
Understood.
Oh, right at the pointer. So I'll have her move and then make the sword attack, which that is.
Also, there's
Yeah.
the ganging up rules too.
Oh yeah,
So
look, we flanking
I
her.
don't know if that's what a -1 or a -2, but yeah.
Let's find out. Ganging up.
Would that have counted when she casted Igni too? Because she was right there.
Let me find the ganging up rules. I believe it's. I want to say it's similar to flanking in Dungeons and Dragons, but let me double check.
Page 153.
Gotcha. There we are. All right. Per attack by multiple assailants in melee range. So no, the Igni would not have counted. That was not melee range. However,
Gotcha.
if you're rushing up and now are within melee range, she's gonna have a -1 penalty -1 penalty to defense for every assailant beyond the first. So she's gonna have a -1.
Okay, cool. So I assume that's reflexes, swordsmanship.
Yes.
All right, let's roll.
I need more monitors.
That explodes.
I feel that so much.
That explodes.
Okay.
There is no God, only Ingrid.
Period.
29. So it's 29 plus reflex. So that's 39 plus 6. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Wowie.
Real quick, is this to hit?
Yeah.
Say the number again. I'm so sorry.
45.
45. Let me do some quick math.
Let's be honest here, all right?
Hold on there. All right, there's a chance.
There's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance?
Hold on, I gotta do math. I can't. Double digits are hard. Where the fuck is my calculator? I'm not doing this.
When the storyteller starts sweating.
What did you say your roll was?
45.
45. To 45 to 41. You're gonna hit.
Oh shit.
Wow.
41.
That's crazy. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
And the damage is it's my silver sword. Pressure. Yes. Gear inventory. That is my Ingrid silver sword. The damage is 1d6 plus 2, but it has the effect of 3d6 because of the silver. So that is 4d6 plus 2 total, right?
The
Yeah.
I believe it's the 3d6 would just replace it, but let me double check. No, I'm incorrect. So yes, you're
It is
correct.
46. Okay, cool. Witchers, baby. I am re-rolling one because it fell in my lap. Okay. Holy shit. What the fuck? 6 plus 5. That's 3 5s. So 6 and 3 5s. What is the fucking...
21.
There we go.
21. Math is hard. Let me.
That's really hard.
This game is making me think, and I don't like it.
You
Alright.
chose to run it.
Oh, I'm in the wrong. There we go. All right. You guys can't see that, but that's okay. I'm more math.
You times it by location damage too, right?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Wait, did you add the plus 2 to that, by the way?
+2.
Because the it's 1d6 plus 2 normally, and then 3d6 additional for the silver effect.
Oh no, I didn't add the +2 yet. Also roll me a d10 for the hit shot, or for the hit location.
5.
5. That's gonna be
Torso.
torso. So, straight up damage. So what is the total damage again? I'm so sorry.
A 6 and 3 5, so
21
you did
plus 2, 23.
plus 2, 23 damage.
Excellent. 23 damage to the creature. Hello? There we go. Excellent. Is that your turn, Ingrid?
Yes.
Next up is Elodie, who is going to simply move here and here and then here, but do nothing.
I love how with the picture that you chose there, it kind of looks like she's just sitting on the ledge.
Oh, I love that.
It really does. Wait, I love that.
So that is Elodie's turn. She is going to do nothing. Next up is Nyoka. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a fast strike.
Let's see the fast strikes.
Silver blade.
Oh, I realized I never called if it was a fast strike or a heavy strike. What? It's fine.
Apologies.
No, it's fine.
Still
I
learning.
forgot how combat worked.
7 plus reflex is 11, so that's 18. 18 plus where's my skills? 18 plus 9, 27. I hope you exploded last time. I hope
so too, because
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So 27.
Yeah, 27.
That is a miss.
Oh, damn it.
God.
Gosh.
I'm scared now.
So 27 again. I rolled a 7.
That is also, I believe, you said 27, actually.
Yeah.
Did you -1 because of the
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a hit.
Oh.
Oh, okay, cool.
the first one after the -1 or just this one?
Oh no, the first one missed. I need you to relax. You got to relax.
Oh.
It's okay. The second one is a hit.
Okay, cool. So that's 4d6 plus 2.
Roll the d10 real quick for hit location.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Are you coming up here?
I got an 8.
That jump that the puppy did. Oh my god.
An
8.
Yeah. Their left limb.
Okay. Left limb. So the damage plus half the damage. Or times half the damage. Oh god.
Yeah.
Please. Benny, I'm begging you.
4, 18.
Benny, please.
I love how Benny just looks like she's doing nothing wrong. Oh, she's standing on your throat?
Yep, she does that.
Is that way?
Bendy, please.
It's reminding me.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's just reminding me of the cat that I was talking about.
That's 27 damage total.
27 damage total. Bendy, you learned nothing from being up here the first time.
And I will spend 3 stamina to attack again.
So far we've dealt 50 damage.
Brings me down to
You'd like to spend some stamina by all means.
and just for clarification, is that just for one attack, like the same fast strike? Do I still get 2, or is it like just one?
It's not for an attack. It's for another action.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
I
you
could
could-
still fast strike and get 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Holy crap.
I
That's
regret
amazing.
telling anybody that.
Destroy her. Come on, let's explode.
What does a strong attack do when making?
You technically take it at a disadvantage of -3, but you have the potential of dealing more damage if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does double damage at a -3 penalty.
Oh my gosh, if I had done a heavy strike and actually hit with that, that could have been 46 damage immediately. Holy crap.
I am going to try to do a strong strike. Yeah.
I believe in you. Heart of the cards.
8 plus 11, 19 plus 9, 28 to hit.
That hits.
Fuck yeah.
Yes! Let's go!
I'm so glad y'all are doing all the damage
Oh.
because I am not. I'm gonna be doing a lot.
Cersei and
It's-
Elodie are just flirting in the background.
It's 28 minus 3, so 28, 27, 26, 25, I guess, would be to hit.
Still hits. She rolled
Okay,
poorly.
fuck yes.
Yay.
All right.
Yes.
And that's
Gotta
just for the
love
first
it.
of the fast strikes, correct?
No, this is a strong strike.
Okay, strong strike. By all
So
means.
I double damage.
Okay. Let's get hit location as well, please.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Let's go for the head.
3.
That is a torso.
Her torso is looking really fucked up. Yeah.
And then it's doubled. So that's 38 damage total.
Nice.
You said 38 damage total?
Yeah. And also the poison effect. So
Fuck.
she that's minus 3 damage on her turn until she makes an action to recover from it.
On her at
So-
the end of her turn or beginning? Does it
Let me double check. Say poison courses through the body, doing 3 points of damage every turn, which armor does not negate. So it just says every turn. To shake the poison, you must make a DC 15 endurance check, which takes 1 action.
Okay. All right. That sucks. All right, continue.
That would be my turn.
Excellent. That brings us to Cersei.
Well, Cersei's a little, just a tiny bit shook, but it's not like anyone can see her, so no one needs to know that.
We believe in you,
Um,
Cersei.
You really shouldn't. I'm gonna roll. I'm going to do my spell that throws rocks that I cannot pronounce. That's really all I got, to be quite honest with you. I need silver daggers. I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna investment. Let's see. Basically, for every point you roll above your opponent's defense, maximum 10, you deal an extra 1d6 damage. Or you deal 1d6 damage. But yeah.
Understood. Wow, she's rolling like ass.
So what is that? It's will spellcasting.
Yes, please.
And a d10, obviously. Cool. Yeet. Oh, I thought that was a 10. That would have been so cool.
Oh,
So that's a 12 plus 22.
That is a 25 on her part for dodge.
Fuck. Okay, I don't feel as bad. I didn't miss that badly. Okay, cool. Cersei's basically gonna take one of the fallen pillars that's kind of, I don't know, here, this region, and just will it to be thrown. And I don't know, she matrix.
Excellent.
And that's my turn. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. Keep moving back.
Excellent.
And that's my turn.
Cast stone toward in the midst of combat between Ingrid and Yoka, you guys see a pillar rocket overhead, now shaped in the shape of almost like a lance.
Yes.
Cersei, you may expend some stamina if you'd like to try again.
How much stamina would it be?
3.
Okay, 2. You know what? Why not? So I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe. Probably gonna
Heart of
regret
the
saying
cards.
that.
Heart of the cards.
Okay, so I'm gonna take -6. Okay, cool. 10. Oh my god, it's a 10. Okay.
Oh,
10.
let's
It's
go.
a 9. Okay, I'll take it. 19. Spellcasting that's a 25, and then will that's a 35.
Woo, yes.
35. What is this? What are you? Oh, god damn it. What is the? What's the modifier for taking the extra? It's a minus. It's at a penalty of what?
So. Oh, that's right. I don't remember.
Let me.
Question: even if it's Cersei attacking right now, is there still the -1 penalty on the Bruxa because we are flanking her still?
Let me check. So it's a -3 penalty. So,
Okay.
Cersei, that'd be a 32.
32.
32 to hit. Let me check ganging up. It doesn't really clarify. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to house rule, even if it's wrong. Yes, there's going to be a -1, because the example they give, if you're surrounded by 4 neckers, you would take a -3 to your defense, just straight up to your defense. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... So this is actually pretty fun. A 32 for Cersei. She also rolled a 10, which would put her currently sitting at a 30.
Oh my god.
With a minus-
2d6.
With
wow.
a -1, 29.
So 3d6. Wow, I feel so powerful.
I'm fucking
I
waiting
legitimately-
for one of
Come on,
us
6.
to get this critical
Six.
wound.
Yes.
6. 9. Okay, and eat another 6. So 9 plus 6 is 15.
Fuck it, it's Thursday. How do you want to do this?
Yeah! Woo!
Wow, I didn't think I would do that. Anyway, so she's gonna take another pillar a little farther away, like this region, so it gets more, more air. And she's gonna clutch her focus, so she's kind of backing up and looking for something, and then will it upward, and then like throw her whole body into the motion of throwing it. And I would imagine it would impale the Bruxa and pin it. I don't know if this pillar would be big enough to catch that, or what it would be pinned to, but that's
Hell
me.
yes. Hell yes.
Chaos takes Cersei as you will the environment into weapons for you. You affect the environment in such a way that the pillar you're worried about not being able to pin grows in size. The world bends around you as you bend the world to your will, and you see, the two of you, Ingrid and Yoka, see the pillar rocket past the two of you as the creature begins to, almost ready for an embrace against Ingrid. It begins to let out another blood-curdling cry, and as it opens its mouth, the pillar that Cersei has cast rockets toward its face and strikes it out of your eyesight in a very quick flash of moments. Out of your vision, you can see she is now pinned by the stonework, and she has stopped moving.
Ingrid sees it happen, looks at the now pinned Bruxa, and then looks towards Cersei and just gives her a knowing nod. Flourishes her blade and puts it back in its sheath. Ooh.
Wow, magic's pretty cool.
Good job, team.
It's
Oh,
dead, right?
Is it dead?
Or just like pinned and dying?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
Give me intelligence and awareness.
I mean, I'm walking up to him.
Nyoka, you move closer. It's pinned by stonework. Pierced, its body is almost eviscerated, not only by the strike that has pinned it, but by the strikes that you and your companion have made. In her eyes, you see a shimmer of nothing. She's gone.
He had me going there for a second.
Not gonna lie, they really got me going there.
They had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what it is. I love that meme so much.
I do too. Damn. That was really good teamwork. We pretty much just 1, 2, 3 punched her.
One round is all it took.
Hey,
Nope.
you
Two
got two
witchers.
witchers and a mage.
This is so much.
Man. I'm a retrieve the silver sword that she had.
It has fallen at your feet.
I'm gonna loot her fucking corpse.
Loot the body.
On her finger, you look and you see that her ring finger was kept small, so that it did not cause breakage or harm to a silver band with an insignia engraved, almost like a signet ring that you would use to stamp the hot wax for letters.
Ingrid is going to look at that, and then she's going to look up and say, Elodie, could you come over here for a moment, please, and have a look at this?
She nods, joins you.
Does this mean anything to
I'll also
you?
go over there.
There is no meaning to me.
Hmm.
Perhaps sentiment, perhaps a gift from Menwick. She was pining for his attention.
In case it's not that, Ingrid is going to slip it off the finger and say, just in case it may have some import later, we never know. And she's going to pocket the ring.
She nods.
This, but it was a silver band that she was wearing. Does that not
Looks, I should say, looks silver.
look silver?
In coloration, I should say. Could be a very high quality steel.
Got you. Okay. I'm just picturing the from What We Do in the Shadows, him wearing the silver locket. It's like starts steaming.
Oh my god. Well, fine. Don't change then, Stamina Circle. Fuck you too.
Fine, keep your secrets.
I mean, I'll stay at 45 stamina. That's fine.
Unless there's anything else that there is to find on her body, Ingrid is.
Nothing. Nothing on her body. Yeah, nothing on her body. But you know, as a witcher, there are parts that could be harvested.
Ooh, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. Ingrid is going to attempt to start carving her apart.
Not to be insensitive about this. Elodie is um are you okay with this?
I bear no love for her. I've seen worse brutalities. If you think something must be done or something may be helpful, by all means.
Out of character, really quickly, I just want to say, let's look at the irony of the situation that just happened right now. Ingrid is the one just going in to carve, and Nyoka is the one asking if it was.
Is that okay?
I love that. That being said, Ingrid is going to say she has no further need of anything on here, and some of the parts could be very useful. So I see it kind of almost similar to a hunter with their
Please,
prey,
darling.
making sure.
You don't need to justify yourself to me.
She nods her head several times and says, okay, and continues.
Ingrid, I'd love a roll from you.
Of course.
Calling this, I've lost it. Where Either a first aid roll or a sleight of hand, your choice.
Where are my skills? Where is?
I would also even accept a monster lore if you'd like.
Probably gonna do monster lore because everything else is 0 for that. Yeah, sleight of hand is 0. So yeah, monster lore is 13.
13. It takes you a little bit of time. The rest of you may have conversations should you choose. For you, Ingrid, you're going to take down for your notes 1 abomination lymph.
Lymph. Okay.
Lymph. 2 Nazen salts, Naezan.
Nazan.
Naezan.
Oh, Nae. Salts. Okay.
4 vials of Bruxa blood.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
2 vampire teeth.
Okay.
We're not done yet. 7 what is called essence of death.
That sounds metal as hell.
Like we hit a mini jackpot, goddamn.
Just sell it all to Cersei.
Take my
And
money.
if you'd like to take her ring, you may.
Oh, I already took the ring. Hell yeah.
Excellent.
1 silver question with a parentheses question mark next to it. Signet. You said it's a signet ring.
Correct.
Okay.
At this point, I saw Nyoka went towards the body again. Cersei would make her way over there. And without really looking directly at Nyoka, kind of more looking at the body. Do you want to know what happened? And her eyes will drift towards the pool of water.
No.
Okay. And she'll kind of go back towards Elodie.
I would actually
Let him
say,
be in
like,
peace.
the moment that Cersei says that, Ingrid will just look up from the body for a second and be like, "You can do that?"
Of course I can.
Interesting. And that's all she'll say.
Need everyone to give me an intelligence and awareness roll, please.
Cool, great.
4 Brooksa come out of the cook.
I'll shit myself. Oh no.
Well, I was getting good rolls before. That is a nat 1.
So is mine.
Oh, lovely.
Oh
I
no.
already exploded, so.
Oh, that's good. Please make up for us. I got a 14.
What was the other parts? Because I got my brain kind of blanked when I hit the 1.
Intelligence awareness. Apologies.
I got 31.
So the lowest I can roll is a 12 altogether, apparently, with that. So yeah, 12.
What have you got for me, Cersei?
14.
Ooh.
14. The two of you, Ingrid and Cersei, are not privy to the sounds. Nyoka, as you reflect, seems fate does not allow you a moment's peace to mourn your friend, as you hear footsteps running away from your location, down this hole where the brooks are emerged from.
You ain't getting away from me. I take off. with with Colgrim's silver sword in hand and mine in the other. I take
Ooh.
off running in that direction.
That's so
Ingrid
badass.
sees this and she's like, Nyoka, and she'll get up as well and start pull her sword out. She's just seeing Nyoka run with a blade out, or blades out, and saying that, and she's just going to follow immediately.
This is I know this is bad tactics, I know. But this is what an emotional Nyoka does.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
With a declaration made, and the companions rushing toward what could be even more danger, this is where we'll end today's session.
Such a
wowie.
good session. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
We will return. Actually, let me double check something before I give you guys false information. I think I'm good. What
Oh
day
yeah,
is
you're
it?
good. You
Yeah.
will be.
You're 100% good.
You're definitely gonna be good.
Not. Oh God. That looked so threatening. I'm not good. We'll return in 2 weeks' time.
Oh.
For what happens next. That of course can possibly change. So keep your eye on our Twitter at _rolling nomads to keep up to date with our changing schedule. My changing schedule that kind of ruins things and makes things fun every once in a while. I feel like again, that was so goddamn threatening. By all means, thank you guys for being here. Let's do some promo stuff. Say hi. Do your guys' stuff. I'm gonna grab my soul that left my body.
Hello, it's me, Azure Butterfly, your friendly neighborhood butterfly from the Fae. I will be back on Tuesday with more Red Dead Redemption 2 as we journey more into Arthur Morgan Cowboy Simulator.
I am Druid by Night or Luna. I'll be back streaming at Druid by Night on Monday. I'm playing Bloodlines, more than likely. And then Tuesday, I'll be streaming on Gehenna Gaming every Tuesday from then on. Gonna be playing Resident Evil 2 remake. So that's me.
Looking
Oh,
forward to
and we
that,
do
Luna.
Are We Dead Yet? We'll look at that thing on YouTube. It's a cool vampire chronicle that both Ramos and I are in that you should watch.
It is very good. It is very, very good.
Yeah, Edge, you got anything for us?
I'm Edge. Yeah, you'll see me here, next Thursday,
Definitely.
streaming The Witcher
Mm-hmm.
with Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Cersei
Mm-hmm.
and Ingrid.
Guys,
Mm-hmm.
what
100%.
happens if I can't? You guys can't make promises like that.
Well, hey, actually,
We'll
hold
just
on.
talk. We'll talk it
Hold
out.
on. Can I bring up what we had talked about before?
Yeah, by all means.
Oh yeah.
If we
Alright.
cannot, for whatever reason, stream the TTRPG, whichever amount of us can make it, we'll be streaming The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt together. So you will always have something to look forward to on Thursday from us.
That's right.
Nice.
That was from the minds of these three lovely people. I'm an idiot, so I was just gonna cancel things, but no. Like I said, these three people are amazing, and they're where are you pointing?
That way. I think. That way.
There you go. That way.
Yeah.
These three people are amazing. Nothing is above you. Nothing is above you. So they are intent on bringing you guys some Witcher stuff, some Witcher content. So that's awesome. So even if I can't be here because of real life and work schedule and such, there will be something for you, thanks to them. That's much appreciated. They are. I don't know. Someone asked if that makes you guys nomads now, and I think it's safe to say, yeah, you guys are. You belong to us now. We love you.
I am now Azure the Nomad.
Yes.
Just
Druid by
absorbing.
Nomad.
Druid by Nomad.
Oh my
Nomad by
god. Nomad by.
Nomad by Oh shit.
Oh my
Um,
god, that's so good.
I'm actually going to go ahead and change my Discord nickname
Oh
to.
no.
Oh god, I love it.
The community grows. Speaking of community, of course, as we said, we have our Twitch channel our Twitch schedule that is up to date, and for the most part up to date. You can go up to date with the Rolling Nomads, of course, our programming and such, all the weird changes and things, over on Twitter at _Rolling Nomads and Hive Social at Rolling Nomads. That's the best way to get up to date with us. These episodes will be up every Monday. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much. Again, impromptu bonus episode, and it was so much fun. I love playing with you guys. You guys are wonderful. And thank you, the viewers who stuck with us through this, even if it was just to lurk or just to listen. This is a lot of fun. This brings me much joy. I believe that's all from me. Is there anything last minute from you guys? Anything crazy?
Thank you for running this for us.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you for
you
being an
so
amazing
much.
storyteller.
Always amazing.
I'm
And
just
thank you, all of you, everybody, for being amazing teammates with this.
Likewise.
just a dude. I'm just a dude.
Just some guys doing dude things.
Yep, doing dude things. Yeah, stick around for the raid. We're gonna raid Onyx Path, and we will see you, if not next week, then the week after. Same time, same place, same heroes. We'll see you then.